in the battle for Iraq and Syria, ISIS is standing at the gates, basically, of where Nazi Germany stood in 1941 Moscow. And what would happen if Germany had won the Battle of Moscow, Operation Typhoon back in 1941? The Second World War would have turned out much different. My thinking on that was because we're looking at a modern day version of this. The battle at Kobani and Baghdad. If Baghdad or Kobani falls, it could be that could be the turning point where this stays instead of a two country war, or actually a one country war earlier this year of civil war out of Syria, is now in Iraq and now opposed to going to Turkey. But listen what Charles Krauthammer says about this in another aspect of World War II. He talks about the Warsaw Uprising in 1944, where Stalin did not raise his army to support the uprising, even though he did through propaganda support the uprising. And it was hopeless. The president of Turkey is giving an echo to the Warsaw Uprising with the Kurdish fighting and the Turks standing by and doing nothing. So he will not even supply them weapons. This is a major turning point in the sense of the airstrikes with the United States is not working. If Kobani falls, will be a mass slaughter. Even worse, this will be a mass slaughter. There's nowhere for them to go. Turkey stands on their back. So I think that if any moral thing, if you have a question about leadership, as we said today, this shows complacency in the human lives of protection of people by the United States, the ones who are supposed to guarantee it. And it's easier for our president, our commander in chief, to let them fall. It's also even worse that this is really a last bastion for Christian safety in the country of Syria, except for under President Assad's regime that he still holds toward the Mediterranean and Damascus. It's actually unbelievable that we're having to discuss that the United States causes a great massacre. And remember, like I said, 20 Christians were kidnapped the other night. Either they converted or they were executed. I did not see a follow-up story with that. More news later. Let's see.